Alright, Title 40 CFR Code for Regulation 60-4201. Word emission standards must I meet with the non-emergency engines if I am a stationary compression and ignition internal combustion engine manufacturer. 60-4201. Word emissions standards must I meet with the non-emergency engines if the stationary with compression and ignition internal combustion engine manufacturer. Stationary combustion ignition internal combustion engine manufacturers must certify their 2007 model year label with a non-emergency standard with combustion compression ignition internal combustion engine maximum engine power less than or equal to 2,273 kilowatts or 3,000 horsepower and a displacement of less than 10 liters per cylinder to the certification emission standard with the new non-road compression ignition engines of the Title 40 CFR 1039, 101, 102, 104, 105, 107, and 115, and Title 40 CFR Part 139, Appendix 1, as applicable for all pollutants for the same model year and maximum engine power. B. Stationary compression ignition internal combustion engine manufacturers must certify 2000 through 2010 models non-emergency stationary compression ignition internal combustion engine maximum engine power greater than 2,237 and 3,000 horsepower, displacement of less than 10 liters per cylinder to the emission standards in Table 1 to this subpart for all pollutants for max power for the same max engine power. Stationary combustion ignition internal combustion engine manufacturers must certify with a 2011 model year later with a non-emergency standard for the combustion ignition internal combustion engine maximum engine greater than 2,237 kilowatts, 3,000 horsepower, with a displacement less than 10 cylinders per cylinder with a certification emission standard with a new non-road compression ignition engine, the Title 40 CFR 139, 101, 102, 104, 105, 107, Title 40 CFR 10,039, 115 is applicable for all pollutants for the same max engine power. Station compression ignition internal combustion engine manufacturers must certify that the following non-emergency compression ignition internal combustion engines are appropriate for the Terrier 2 emission standard for the new marine compression ignition engines described in Title 40 CFR Part 1042 Appendix 1 with the all pollutant same displacement and rated power. Their 2007 model year through 2012 non-emergency compression ignition internal combustion displacement greater than or equal to 10 liters per cylinder and less than 30 liters per cylinder. In the 2013 model year with a non-emergency stationary compression ignition internal combustion engine maximum engine power greater than or equal to 3,700 kilowatts or 4,958 horsepower, a displacement greater than or equal to 10 liters per cylinder and less than 15 liters per cylinder, and titled in their 2013 model year non-emergency standard compression ignition internal combustion engine with a displacement greater than or equal to 15 liters per cylinder or less than 37 liters per cylinder. Stationary compression ignition internal combustion engine manufacturers must certify the following non-emergency stationary CII internal combustion and certification emission standards. Other requirements of the new marine CI engines, Title 40 CFR 1042, 101, 107, 110, 115, 120, and 145 is applicable to the all pollutant of the same displacement maximum engine power. The 2013 model year with the non-emergency standards stationary with the compression ignition internal combustion engine maximum engine power less than 3,700 kilowatts, 4,958 horsepower, the displacement greater than or equal to 10 liters per cylinder, less than 1.5 liters per cylinder, and their 2014 model year with the non-emergency stationary compression ignition internal combustion engine displacement greater than or equal to 10 liters per cylinder and less than 30 liters per cylinder, notwithstanding the requirements of paragraph A through C of the section stationary with a non-emergency compression ignition internal combustion engine identified in paragraphs A and C. Section may be certified provision Title 40 CFR Part 1042 for commercial engines that are applicable to the engine model year with the displacement power density maximum engine power if the engine will be solely in either or both of the following locations: remote areas of Alaska marine offshore installations. G. Notwithstanding the requirements of paragraph A through F of this section, stationary compression, ignition, internal combustion engine manufacturers are not required to certify reconstructed engines. However, the manufacturers may elect to do so, but the reconstructed engine must be certified to the emission standards specified in paragraphs A through E of this section. They are applicable to the model year, maximum engine power, and the displacement, reconstruction, stationary compression, and compression, ignition, internal combustion engine, stationary with the compression, ignition, internal combustion engine, certified with the standards Title 40 CFR 1039, equipped with the auxiliary emission with the control devices specified with the Title 40 CFR 1039 665. Meet the requirements, meet the Terrier 1 certification emission standard for the new non-road compression and compression, ignition, internal combustion engines. Title 40 CFR Part 1039, Appendix 1 of the auxiliary emission control device is activated during the qualified emergency situation. Qualified emergency situation is defined in Title 40 CFR 1039 665. When the qualified emergency situation has ended, the auxiliary emission control device is deactivated. The engine must resume meeting the otherwise applicable emission standards specified within this section. That was Title 40 CFR 604201, where the emission standards must meet with the non-emergency engines if I am the stationary compression ignition. If I am a compression and ignition internal combustion engine manufacturer.